In today's video we will be going over the best practice or common mistakes when printing with DTF. Please note, it is important to keep your packaging materials in case you need it for future use. The first common mistake with DTF is not shaking the white ink. Before putting ink in your printer you will need to shake the white ink because white ink has titanium dioxide which separates when at rest. If you put unshaken white ink in your printer, then you will never get a nice white in your prints. Shake the white ink bottle for about 1 to 3 minutes. You will feel the liquid turn bubbly. Uncap the bottle slightly and let the bubbles turn back to liquid. This should take about 3 to 5 minutes. Another best practice is to make sure that your printer is positioned correctly. Your printer needs to have a clearance of at least 2 feet from the back. This is to allow you to have space to make adjustments to your film or printer. Make sure that the front of your printer is close enough to the edge that the film will smoothly feed out. If the printer is too close to the table, the film will bunch up causing a head strike. A head strike is when an unwanted object makes contact with your printhead. Head strikes scratch and damage the printhead, so we need to make sure to avoid head strikes. With the Prestige A4 we avoid head strikes by first loosening the guides, so that the film moves freely between the guides. The guides help by keeping the film low and not raise. Although these are helpful, it is important to never touch, raise, or adjust the film while the printer is printing. The next way to avoid head strikes is to make sure your film is passing freely through the printer. Use your exit and enter buttons to move the film through the machine before any print is sent. The last common mistake is not loading the film properly. Film has 2 sides, but only one is the print side. The matte side is the print side. With a roll you can tell because the outside is the print side, so always load the film over, not under. Another incorrect way to load your film is by not loading it straight or centered. When loading with a roll or sheet you need to ensure that the film is centered on the printer and making sure you have a similar gap on both sides. Lastly, it is important that we keep the printer safe by avoiding uncapped liquids near the machine, following the required and recommended maintenance, covering the printer and keeping it in a dehumidified area, leaving open powder in a closed container with silica packets, and using correct, tested, and approved consumables. That is it for today's video.